What's up, guys? This is day 233. I'm pulling at a tournament in Ulsan. It's hosted by Team Sparta, and the club there got us a hotel room and booked a restaurant for us to get food before the tournament. It was really, really cool. So, huge thanks to those guys. So I pulled in the tournament that I posted before this, like a couple weeks before this one, and like I was saying, I was so peeved about that loss I had, and I was like, I feel like I definitely could have done better. So I really wanted to pull again as soon as possible, and I wanted to pull once, but like it doesn't even matter. I just really wanted to compete again, so I signed up for this one, and I was sort of, I don't know, at first I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna be in great shape, but then I pulled on Friday a bit, and then there was a TAL like league that I went to watch on the Sunday, and I pulled, like, not really, but I like messed around a little bit there, like just on like a flat table and stuff. So Sunday, and then I went and pulled very light on Tuesday, but when I was pulling on Tuesday, I was like, okay, I'm like pretty sore. And then I played basketball for like the first time ever in years. And I went pretty hard. I was like playing against these, like, I mean, I think they said they were just like in high school, but young kids, but I was like trying super hard. I got all scratched up, like diving for balls, and I mean, I was like busting their ass, you know what I mean? Like they couldn't do anything, but then I we won like 10 games in a row, and then I was like, oh my god, like I'm like insane at basketball, and then I'm like, oh wait, these kids are like so young, and I'm like so much bigger than them. But anyway, so like my knees are sore, and then like my arms, like, from like throwing and like straightening your elbows, like, was like, oh shit, like I don't know if this is good for your tendons. But anyway, I'm pulling with Lee Hyunjun, who's the same name as Zoloev, but he's also a very good, very young, like 176, 198. He's usually, I don't even really know if I've seen him 176. He's like a 200-pound guy usually, but he's one of the best guys in Korea. And I've also known about him for a long time. He had a match with Zhao Zirei, the Chinese, like, I don't know, he's like a Chinese, like, legend. He's also won a lot of matches, a lot of stuff in Korea. But anyway, so I figured like I was, so in my mind, I figured I would beat the guy I pulled the first round because I didn't know who he was, and then I figured I would lose to Yeonjun because he flashed the shit out of my coach, and then, but he did kind of hold on a lot, so I was like, okay, like with my style, I feel like I can really resist if he tries to hold on and pin me. And I feel like I was doing a great job in the setup, and then I don't know if you can see, but he just like changed his setup entirely, like halfway through, and just top rolled instead, because he was going for a kind of like holding on type of hit, and then he just like changed and went for like this like low hand setup, and I was like, okay, I mean, my position is like good, but my left just can't hold that kind of thing, so. That was unfortunate, but I was like not that upset. Like on the left, I was like whatever. And then I lost to my coach, and it's like I didn't think I could do anything to these guys on the left. But on the right, I really wanted to beat him. I was very nervous, and I didn't know what to expect. I just was thinking, like, don't get pinned at a strap. Like, don't get pressed at a strap. Because I feel like if I don't get pressed at a strap, then it's like, I feel like I'm in the match. And then here, I was so worried about getting pressed out of strap. I'm a bit low, like I'm my arms open and I'm like low hand. So he gets me on my fingers and like almost like he pushed me off the pad. But here I'm starting to feel a bit confident because I'm like, oh shit, like I didn't get flashed out of the strap even though I was running like crazy. I feel like I'm in the match. So on the second go, I'm like, okay, just slip. Like you're in this. And it's a bit sketchy. Like I feel like so here it's like he's pushing and I have to push my arm forward super hard to not elbow foul, and it's like a wrist lock position, but it didn't hurt that bad. It was fine. And then they call it elbow foul, and I thought my elbow came out, but I was so mad that this is how the match is ending. I just was like, I didn't fucking foul. And then like they looked at the video and apparently I didn't foul. So like thank God, because I would have been so like upset if this is it. But I got to the strap. I mean, I don't know what that like, because that was surely is like an intentional slip, but I don't know. But thankfully we went to the strap, and then in the strap, I think I could feel like in the strap, I felt like he was going to top roll because on the left he top rolled. And on the left, I think if on the left, if he held on, I could have cracked him maybe. But then he picked the right move. But on the right, I was like, I hope he does the same thing because my right is not my left. But yeah, as soon as I felt the top roll, I was like, oh shit, like just relax. Because, I feel like sometimes I get like too excited if I think I'm going to win. But when I felt this outside, I was like, okay, like just calm down. And then after the go, well, let's see. Yeah, after this, I was like, okay, like just calm down. And then there was a moment here where like as soon as I had this, I knew like I had it, but I just like had to not like freak out and foul or something. But I was very happy, like super proud of that win. I mean, I feel like that's maybe one of the best wins I've ever had. Like Will Walsh is up there, and then I was really happy when I beat Jack Aubin. But anyway, so I mean, honestly, at this point, it's like I'm already like, if I lose the next two, like I'm pretty happy. Like I've done like what I come here to do. Well, not really. I didn't know this guy was gonna be there until after I signed up. But and then I'm pulling this guy Nikolai, who I beat on the left. So I'm just like assuming I could get him on the right too. But the funny story is that usually I have like a very long like getting in the right like headspace and like working myself up and like psyching myself out, and this whole day I was like I honestly don't even want to like get too excited for the left because I want to make everything like really peak for the right arm because I don't care that much about the left and I don't want to get like too excited. So I was like, okay, it's the right arm match, and I had E100 in the first round, so I was like, okay, this is like everything right here. And so I finished the left and I just immediately go out for a cigarette because I'm like, okay, like I just gotta relax a little bit, and then I build back up. And then someone was like, yo, like they're doing their right arm right now, so I have to like run back down and like basically pull right away, and I don't really have time to warm up or anything. and I've never done that before. So it's like, I guess it like worked out, but I was like, okay, like I wasn't sure, but that's the first time that I like didn't warm up and everything. Okay, now I'm pulling with Kim Chang-il, who's I heard had beaten my coach before, and he also just beat him in the tournament before, and he might have also just beat. No, he didn't. No, wait, I don't remember, but he was beating everyone, and I saw with my coach like he had a good position, and then he just kind of got. He was holding and waiting, and he got kind of pinned off a big surge, and I was like, okay, if I just get that same position, I should be able to do something. But this one was really, really unfortunate. Like, it's hard for me to look at it. And I don't know. Like, I mean, even thinking about it, I'm like I fucking cringe. And again, I really hate the way that I pulled in this one. But it is what it is. Like, it's a learning experience. And this guy is like incredibly strong, but I was telling Sheen, I just feel like I'm so used to people not being well-rounded that even if I get a little bit of hand position, I should just win automatically when that's not the case. Like, I still have to work for it. You know, I feel like I definitely thought I was like 90% there when I was like 15% there, you know, and I had to put in way more work. But here I like catch his hit, and then I thought I won because I like cracked his wrist a little bit and he went to Kings. And from my experience, like when people try to Kings move, it's really hard to top roll it, but if you just push it down, their arm usually opens because it's like, how are you holding from down there, right? Like, it's not like you can hold a lot of weight when your arm's like stretched open. So that's always been my understanding. And the other problem is my flop is like not that good because I don't think I'm that strong there, and I never like really practice it, so I kind of don't know what I'm doing. But it's always like been enough. So like here I thought I was fine, so I just give my wrist and then I just push, which is a big mistake. And what I should have done is like kept out and kept trying to get positioned like kind of like an Angra by of Michael Todd. But unfortunately I thought I thought I was fine, and I like super wasn't. And then as soon as I give my wrist, he says "ande," and I'm like, am I fucked? I was like, no way, but I was fucked. So, you know, that sucks. Oh, and then my coach like laid down. He had a crazy long match with Yeonjun, and he won, but he laid down to me, which I mean, I feel like he would have done better than me, but you know, that's in hindsight. But so I get to face him in the finals again, and I'm like, okay, just don't be stupid. But I feel like at this point I'm not as confident. The first one I feel like I had I was feeling really good. But at this point it's like, you know, this is after I've like flopped and like he's like fully cracked me and like pinned me and all this, so I'm definitely like not as confident, but I'm just thinking, you know, just stay calm and get that same position, but just don't rush to do the stupid flop. And he's also like definitely much stronger than me, so it's hard for me, like when he bullies me in the setup, like I have to like beg the refs to fix it because I can't really like match him with the load, like. So I'm trying my best to not like get like totally like choked out of position before the go. But yeah, here I got a stop, but not as good as the first one. I'm way at the front of the pad, and like he has a lot more. I think I had a bit more control over his pronator too the first time. but I'm still holding. Like he can't pin me right away. But then he does this thing where he like just hammer curls me and like lifts my elbow like 3 inches off the pad to get me to foul, I guess, because I was at the very front. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, at this point, I was like, maybe like, I don't know, like maybe this guy is just like outclassed me, like, cause I like this never happened to me before. I wasn't thinking about it. Like, if I was like, planting my elbow as hard as I can, probably he can't do that. But my elbow came off like very high, and I was like, it felt like he was playing with me, almost. Cause yeah, but so my like stay at the front and wait thing didn't work, and then the second go, this is the one where he just kind of cracked me off the go right away. But that first one, man, like I had such a good position. I really, I could have waited there a long time. Like it would have been very hard for him to pin me, especially after he's dropped his shoulder like that. What would have need to happen is for him to like come forward from there, and it I'm not saying it couldn't have worked. Like, it totally could have worked, but anything besides a really well-timed, like, press, I was not getting pinned there. So, I could have done so much better. But this last go, I mean, I don't even have... He just, like, cracked my wrist off the go, and I was screwed. And then he was upset at me for, like, being annoying in the setup. Like, he was really mad after the first one. So he really, really gave it to me. He does that Devin, like, hand on the... peg hand on his face thing. And just holds me. And can't do anything. So, got embarrassed. But definitely the last one, he totally deserved it. There was nothing I could do. And... that one sucked, but overall it was a good experience, and I'm very proud of that first win I had on the rate. So, yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching.